What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Nyabuga 55 official as usual. And I remember last time I was talking about my story and I didn't finish it. I remember I left at a place where my mom had died. That's now when I was in my first year. In fact, when I was finishing, that's my second semester in Mbranga University of Technology. So I did my end semester exam while my mom had already died. So I went home, that's back home. I buried her. I went back to school. But now, this is where things started changing direction completely. I was unable to concentrate on my studies to the point where I had to do some deferring. This is because, when my mom died, I didn't feel like it was a big issue. I just gave myself hope that this is something so normal, and since it had happened, I had to accept. I had to accept the reality, and the life had to continue. But now, when I went home to bury her, and saw people digging that grave, and then when she was lowered into the grave, that's when now the reality started hitting me. I saw that now it was very real. I could never see mom again. I could never see her smile. I could never see her see me that's prosper in life, because at the end of the day, I was working so hard. I was trying to fight so hard so that I could make my mom's life better at some point in life. So it hurt me so hard when I saw her being lowered into the grave, and realizing that that's the last time I could see mom. So I went back to school. It was a challenge. Nobody was able to understand me. I tried to communicate with a few friends here and there, but because it was not their problem, it was not a big deal for them, which is very normal. I cannot blame them. So I was there living with a guy known as Moses Chesa. He's a Luya guy. We were doing the same course, that's medical laboratory science, and then we were supposed to proceed to the next year together. But now, because I was suffering from the inside, so I started failing to attend some classes here and there. I started failing to attend even church services. I couldn't want to interact with people. People were not understanding what was happening in my life, but it was really tough. I can call it a form of depression that I was going through at that time, but people didn't realize it. And now, to make matters worse, is that I'm a quiet guy. I was a quiet guy then. Right now I can talk, right now I can converse, right now I can interact with people, but back then I was an introverted guy. So it was hard for people to identify my problem. So life just seemed normal. So what I did, I had to defer that semester and then try to heal what had happened. That was my decision. At that point, for some people it was a bit stupid, especially my classmates and also the lecturers. It didn't make sense to them because, I understand them, because it was not their problem. And at the same time, nobody understood my relationship between me and mom. You see, I had seen that soul struggle so hard, fighting so hard so that I can go to school, so that I can eat, so that I can I can get all my basic needs catered for. So nobody understood it. And at the same time, I had seen all this struggle she went through since my dad died. And above all, remember, we were 6 children. So it was tough. So what I did, I deferred. Then I went back to my room. That's where now we were staying with Moses Chesa. I was just there, waking up, trying to heal, trying to pray here and there. Yeah, I can say I was in a form of depression. Okay, early stages of depression. You see, because even my appetite was not that good. The good thing about my roommate, that's Moses Chesa, at that time, he could at least ensure that I ate, because I had no appetite. So I couldn't make the effort of going and look for food. So Chesa could try as much as possible and go look for food, then come with it, prepare it so well, then he could ensure that I eat the food. So that's how I tried to fight the stress that I was facing at that time. And I thank God so much that Chesa was there. So after deferring, now that's when Moses Chesa and my classmates proceeded. So for me, I had to go back. That's one semester in that university of mine. So now during this time, I have a very good uncle who I appreciate so much till now. God continue blessing him, and I owe him a very big soda. He okay, to some degree, I guess he tried to understand what I was going through. So during this time, the money that he was supposed to send so that I can use for the fee in the university, he sent, but now instead of wasting it, now that's the money that I used to go for driving school. So those months I didn't waste them. I just went to driving school. I spent most of the time there, trying to heal, trying to interact with the people. And to be honest, it was a good thing, because if I could have remained in that room of mine, just of thinking, trying to recall the moments with the mom, you see, things could have worsened up, you see. So me getting out of the room and engaging in an activity like driving, and maybe talking to people, creating new friends, that's in the driving school, it really helped me, you see. So after that small period, I went back to school. Now after healing, of course, it took me like that's 3 months. Yeah, death is another form of heartbreak. Of course, we have relationship heartbreaks, heartbreaks from maybe financial difficulties, and also death is another painful form of heartbreaks, which is not a good thing. Okay, and I pray so hard it never happens to you, because it's never something pleasing, and people usually never understand it unless it has happened to themselves. So that's how my life continued. Of course, there were a lot of challenges after I went back to school, but my good uncle stood with me, and he ensured that I finished the school no matter what, despite all the challenges, despite all the inevitables that came along. I had to push myself, and also some encouragement from my uncle now, who acted as a very good father figure. So from that experience, what I can say is that if you face this same experience like mine, for example, you have faced the death, it's good to have somebody by your side. Do not think that you are so strong to the point where you can just handle everything. It's good to have somebody by your side who you can talk to, and also who can ensure that you eat. Okay, and above all, ensure that you engage yourself in a certain form of activity, because the moment you are idle, so the memories keeps lingering, and now that's how you get stuck. And the more you think about the bad thing, the more you think about the heartbreak, it means it will now attract more consequences, like diseases, for example, high blood pressure. So number one, if you face such a challenge, for example, death, ensure that you have somebody by your side, somebody close to you who you can talk to, who can ensure that you eat. Then number two, ensure you engage in an activity. It doesn't mean that it has to be something complicated. You can even engage in a sporting activity, go play football, go play volleyball, go cycle, at least be doing something. Okay, then number three, try as much as possible and convince your mind to accept, because there are some things you cannot avoid in life, like death. Okay, it's not a good thing, but it cannot be avoided, you see. So try as much as possible and tell yourself that okay, this is something normal, it has happened, and I know I'm so strong I can get through it. You see, the moment you encourage yourself that way, the moment you keep making yourself strong that way, things become better. So going back to my story, God made wonders, and I graduated, by the way, by the help of my uncle's support. He was so happy, and there is a statement that he said, that's during my graduation. You know, my uncle, he is a brother to my dad, so he said, I'm so proud of you, son. There is no statement that makes a gentleman feel good like that one. There is no man on this earth who can just wake up and tell you that I'm proud of you, son, except your dad. You see, now for my case, uncle was not my dad, but I feel like, okay, I had not lost a dad. I had somebody still in my life who was a very good father figure. So that statement of, I'm so proud of you, son, keeps me going. And then no matter what mountain comes before me, I always know I'll have to face it and I'll go through it. As long as there is a breath of life, I'll have to go through it. So if you are a father figure out there, if you are an uncle to somebody out there, your wording can change somebody's life. Like that statement, I'm so proud of you, son. That statement majorly comes from fathers who care. You know, there is only one man on earth who wishes you to be better than him, and that's your father. So finding this other man that's now from apart from your dad, it's not easy. So if you are that human enough and you are an uncle to somebody and you're not jealousy and you really see somebody is fighting, he's so strong, so do not delay to comfort them, to tell them this statement of I'm so proud of you, daughter, I'm so proud of you, son, so keep going. Thank you so much, uncle, for that statement of I'm so proud of you, son. I believe great things are going to happen and we are going far. You see, so as you can see, I'm still pushing. Great things are about to happen. So do not give up, man. There is a lot of pain out here. There is a lot of struggles that are out here, but we're gonna face them together. Thank you so much for your time. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do so, and also comment, like the video. And above all, if you really feel like there is something you can say, do not be afraid. Just state it in the comments section, and let's grow together. Let's keep going through this life, this sweet life together. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.